Hello subscribers, this is yours truly JBlue68. Today is December the 21st, Saturday, and we are about to meet and this gentleman here. This is Mike, the Watcher's Eye. We're about to get into a comic book haul, but this is going to be a comic book haul based off of old comic books. Probably no Marvel comic books will be involved in this particular haul. Before we get into the video, I do want to say that this video is intended for mature audiences only, and thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Continue to tap that bell, hit the like button, share, and subscribe so you can get more videos like this as I post them immediately. So, Mike, the Watcher's Eye. Good to see you again, my man.
Good to see you too,
December
Jay.
the 21st, we're about to end the year.
Absolutely.
So this is going to be our last video together for the year of 2019. But we'll be doing some more videos into the new year. But again, these are books that we left off at from our last video together. So we're going to go ahead and get into this video now, and Mike is going to introduce these books himself, and I'll just interject.
But real quickly, I want to throw in congratulations, Jay Blue, for 100 plus subscribers.
Thank you, my
There was
man.
no way in the world we're going to get past that. And don't say I never looked out for you. I got a couple of gifts for you.
Iron Man and Captain America.
Believe it or not, I found those at you know where yesterday. Timing is perfect. So there's a little miniature bust of Captain America and Iron Man.
You can see those. Very, very nice.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. This is my congratulations present.
So, we're going to pick up from a comic book haul that I got from a Salvation Army roughly a month and a half ago. Just on a spontaneous stop by, I saw a box and it had a bunch of comics in it. And I got a bunch of them for very little money. And, pardon me, but my phone is ringing.
We got a little interruption going on there. So while Mike's answering the phone, I just want to say to you all, this movie here, I haven't seen yet. I'm always going to be a Star Wars fan, but I'm not interested in this new episode 9. I think it is The Rise of Skywalker. I think that this new direction that Star Wars is going in is a corporate decision, more so than coming from the ideals of the original creator, the man himself, George Lucas. I love, The Mandalorian?
Well, we'll get back to that.
Okay.
Let's save that for the end because I really want to glow.
Okay.
But
back to the comic book
haul.
I only mentioned it because the phone was ringing. So.
Yeah. And my apologies.
Back to the hall.
All right. So, for whatever purpose here, the gentleman or lady who collected these comic books particularly was a fan of Image and Valiant, Vertigo. But there's some other ones that kind of snuck in here. This one is a DC comic out of 1988 called Slash Maraud. And 1988, if you look real closely, it's for adults. Now, I'm not going to go inside any of these comics as of yet until I get the proper gloves. I definitely want to read this one.
That almost looks like the actor for, what is his name? You know what I'm thinking of? Robert.
No. Escape from New York.
Escape from New York guy.
Yeah, anyway. Vertigo. Everybody's familiar with Vertigo comics. Now, I believe some of these comics, some of these labels either stopped printing or I think DC is a subsidiary or Image is a subsidiary of DC.
Yeah. They went out of business, but what's happening now is the Black Label Comics. I think Black Label, Doll House, and
that's Human Target, by the way.
Young Animals are all spin-offs of Vertigo. DC's Young Animals.
Okay.
And DC Black Label are all spin-offs from Vertigo Comics.
So it's the Vertigo in that, because that was the darker.
Yeah, they're derivatives of Vertigo, so they spun off into different companies.
But it wasn't Vertigo considered just dark DC?
Yeah.
But now there's no longer Vertigo, right?
Right, but I'm saying I believe that they're derivatives of Vertigo.
Gotcha.
They're just not. It's almost like when George Clinton or Prince would change the names of their groups. from Parliament to Funkadelic, and then Prince went from the Revolution to New Power Generation.
Right.
DC's done the same thing.
or the artist formerly known as.
Right.
And there's another Image comic. This is Mega Dragon and Tiger. This is very reminiscent of anime, or this is very Japanese art.
Yep.
That's what I can make of that. A lot of these, like I said, I didn't have a chance to read yet. I will in the new year.
Oh, we know what this one is.
Now this is something that I think everybody knows.
I'm gonna try to take that one off of his hands.
Oh, it's gonna be hard. Jay. It's gonna be hard, Jay Blue. I don't know.
We know that Todd McFarlane has been inducted into the Guinness Book of World Records for being the longest independent comic book writer in history.
And now there's been more than one Spawn edition.
Right.
But this is 13, but I think that was
Dark Ages, Spawn, and all they had their different subtitles.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm not familiar with this label at all. I believe this is Ariel.
Not sure.
Anyway, this is Warlock. Now this is not the Marvel Warlock. This is a whole different label, but great cover. And let me go up real close here on the actual label. So anybody in the comments or whatever, if you're familiar, let us know.
Please comment below. Let us know if you know about these particular comics that we don't know about. And we're just pulling these, out of the box. And these are, again, independent comics we don't really have much knowledge of. But if you do, please share.
And that was the whole fun of, finding these.
Right.
Because now I have a whole new world to explore. Super Patriot. I really like the album. I mean, the cover art.
Cover art on that.
Yeah. And the fact that he's upside down too is great. Let's turn the right side up. See. Oh, that's awesome too.
All right.
Fantastic.
Very nice.
Next, Turok, Dinosaur Hunter.
I have heard of that.
This is on Valiant. Valiant, I believe, no longer. Or is Valiant still around?
Valiant's still around. I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
But it's definitely an older issue. Once again, I can't see inside of the dates as of yet.
Yeah.
All right. This is really cool. Of course, we're all familiar with Dark Horse
comics.
This is Black Cross, and that is some really outstanding cover art.
I might have to try to take that one off of his hands.
I really love, and what I love most about it is that font.
Yeah.
Black Cross is font. It's
Yeah.
great. And what do we have here?
Wildcats.
Wildcats. This is a very psychedelic cover. I mean, there's so much splash going on. I mean, this thing's. Who's the guy that does the Transformer movies?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. God, how can I forget his
Whatever.
name?
It's like, that same artist.
Right.
If he was an artist, he would have, drawn that, because they say his movies are so over the top with so much.
Very much so.
Here's another Super Patriot.
This is last but not least here.
Yeah, so love this cover. I think I'm gonna really enjoy reading his comic. And then,
Right.
the young lady up there.
Very much an adult cover because
Yes,
of the young lady on the cover.
Can't believe so. But killer cover.
Very, very, very risque.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for some of the books for right now. I want to briefly get into a discussion about some of the recent events that have come up in the world of entertainment. And we were mentioning Star Wars. Mike, you take it away.
Well, I just wanted to, get my two cents in about. Well, first of all, I haven't cared about, the current trilogy anyway.
We're both in agreement there.
Wasn't even looking forward to the new movie.
Not at all. And I haven't seen it yet.
Don't plan on going to the theater, but eventually it'll get seen. However,
right.
But The Mandalorian, and let's look at it as well. Kathleen Kennedy has nothing to do with that. This is.
Well, I think I did see her name on the, but just as a producer or something. That's it.
In name only.
Right.
Because she's out of the loop. Jon Favreau is running The Mandalorian.
Yeah. He and Dave Filoni.
That's right.
Yeah.
And man,
absolutely fantastic. The Mandalorian, to me, seems to be picked right out of George Lucas's mind. I know that when they were doing Star Wars Clone Wars, the animated series, and Star Wars Rebels, George Lucas would sit in meetings with them when they were actually doing the storyboards and the screen, writing the screenplay and everything for the animated series. See, George Lucas has nothing to do with this new trilogy. They don't have him in it. He's not in the board meetings.
Although he came in,
at the last minute to
You
try to
you know
salvage
you know
this.
there's like at least 8 endings that they
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
His was one of them,
yeah.
and it ranked the highest among audiences,
Yeah.
and they didn't use it.
Yeah, Hayden Christian was in that as to come back as the Force Ghost of Anakin Skywalker, and to my understanding, Samuel Jackson as Mace Windu. Something that fans wanted to see.
You
and
mean
they
to tell
pulled
me
it out.
Mace Windu is going to be in it?
No, I'm saying they pulled that idea out. That was one of his ideas, I believe. Then also, years ago, Disney made the corporate decision to pull to take down the EU, and the EU is, if you don't know, is of course the expanded universe. That's what a lot of fans built their fandom on after the original trilogy ended. Between the trilogy and the prequel trilogy, and even the prequel trilogy had the EU ideas in it. But Disney decided to take down those ideas. Kevin J. Anderson and Timothy Zahn were some of the manufacturers of the EU, the creator of Heir to the Empire trilogy and the Jedi Academy trilogy. I met them both. I have videos right here on my channel, me meeting them, and I had extensive conversations with both of them. In terms of their ideas, and their ideas actually could have been used for this new trilogy. But Disney didn't want to use them and decided to put their corporate execs in charge of everything, and you see what's happening. Of course, it's going to make money. Star Wars is a label that will. You see me wearing a Star Wars hat now. I will forever be a Star Wars fan.
Are you going to see the new
Absolutely not. I have Disney Plus. I'll wait for it to come on Disney Plus,
and
everything, and I'll watch it there. But I'm not about to sit amongst a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying, for 2 hours to only come out pissed.
Now, if it does have a lot of fall off, you won't have to wait as long to see it on
It'll
Disney
be a week.
Plus.
Yeah.
Maybe not a week, but we'll see how.
In terms of fall off in a week in the theater, or you mean just?
I got a feeling it's going to make a ton of money this weekend.
For this weekend. And then fall off.
The problem is the repeat. That's how they make those billions. Folks go back 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen with this movie as far as I've been hearing. See, it'd be one thing if it's a 50-50 thing. There are too many legitimate people are going, this movie is garbage.
Mm-hmm. I listened to Tyrone Magnus. I listened to him a lot, and he talked about the man. He was one of the first persons I wanted to listen to in terms of talking about giving his review of the film. And then of course Emergency Awesome. I listened to him and a couple
John
other
Cambia. I mean Christian Harloff.
They're going off on it. I mean, and for good reason.
Yeah.
For good reason, because again, and it's this whole corporate maneuvering thing that's going on. A bunch of guys, or maybe women too, who really don't know anything about the product. They don't have any ideology. They don't have any type of aspiration, or, as I'm always told, having passion. Their only drive is money.
Yeah.
To market off of a name
they don't
brand.
have a relationship with the product.
No, not at all. It's just
they inherited it, and now how do we? Let's put this in there.
Let's put like Leia. So we'll put Leia. All the Carrie Fisher's deceased, but let's put this in there. Yeah. Oh, let's put a lightsaber fight right here. And the lightsaber fight scenes, by the way, are awful. They're awful. The best stunt coordinator for the lightsaber fights, Nick Gilliard, was in the prequel trilogy, and a lot of people didn't like the prequels, but the prequels had the best lightsaber fights.
The other problem with the trilogy is that they have no idea how the Force really works.
Right.
They have created things that the Force could do that is
nothing.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
Just absolutely ridiculous powers.
Right.
But real quickly before we have to close out here, have you seen as of now the latest episode of The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
You saw 7?
Yes.
Was the ending of 7 the kind of thing you would have seen like in the 4, 5, and 6?
Yes, sir.
Because that ending is, without giving it
away,
away, but it's heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm. But we don't know what's gonna happen because you got one more episode. It's one more episode. That's next Friday.
Yeah, but we have. Okay,
we'll
talk about we'll talk about more after we let the camera go because there was Don't want to give away any spoilers in case folks haven't seen it.
Folks haven't seen it, but
it's
Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, as far as I'm concerned, should have been the gentlemen to actually produce the new trilogy instead of this guy that they got out of nowhere, who I never even heard of. I knew who Jon Favreau was when he directed Iron Man.
Well,
also,
he's
when he was
happy.
in
He's happy
He's
in
an
the
actor.
movie.
He's an actor.
He plays happy.
Yeah, I know. He's an
Yeah.
actor and he's a director.
Yeah.
And then Dave Filoni, who did Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Star Wars Rebels,
Yeah.
to me are much better qualified to have done a trilogy, than episodes 7, 8, and 9 than this dude. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. He's just pulling stuff out of his
Duty.
him and his.
Well, listen, he had to follow what Ryan Johnson has dismantled. He had to remantle it and retcon.
Then J.J. Abrams, I'm a little disappointed in him too.
Well, that's what I mean. He had to retcon
Yeah.
everything that.
I mean, I'm surprised at him, and I mean, he did a pretty good job on The Force Awakens. Although I thought what they did to Han Solo,
Thank you.
what they did to Han Solo,
I'll
was
never forgive them.
god awful. They killed Han Solo off like a punk.
That's right.
He died a punk's death
That's why
instead of a hero's death.
Star Wars died for me with The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
and I'll never forgive him for it.
I agree, and so I'm not willing to spend money on something that I know is going to be a disappointment.
Yeah.
Furthermore, I'm not even willing to even buy them in my collection, have any of the movies in my collection at all.
But I tell
Star
you,
Wars to me is episodes 1 through 6 that were under Lucasfilm, regardless of what people may say about
the
the prequels.
prequels, because there was some good things in it.
Yes, there was. Darth Maul, the Republic.
You know what the
Senate-
prequels have over almost?
Star Wars
Oh,
Rebels.
Go ahead.
Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Clone Wars,
Yeah.
and Rogue One. That's Star Wars for me. Because that's all within the mind frame of George Lucas and within his time frame.
At least his insight,
Yes, sir.
you know. But and then closing, man, I love the Mandalorian opening, the closing theme,
Yes, sir.
and those concept
That
paintings.
Clint Eastwood vibe.
Oh, I love it. And but the concept
Doug
paintings.
Chiang from Detroit does the concept design. He's the same guy that worked on the prequels. Sure is.
Wait. He's from Detroit.
Yes, sir.
Does he still live here?
I don't know if he still lives here, but I know he used to go to school right down the street from your studio.
Cass?
Yeah, right over here, Wayne State.
Because his work is reminiscent of one of my favorite futuristic artists, and that's Sid Mead.
Yeah.
But those concept drawings I want at least one for my wall.
I have concept. Next time
I want Mandalorian.
I'll bring. Yeah, I agree. I will bring some of the concept artwork that he did for the prequels with me, probably in our next video together. But yeah, so we're gonna close out this video by saying, well, first I'm gonna say I will have at least 2 more videos before the end of the year, and one will actually involve Star Wars, and then I'm gonna do a video that's gonna basically talk about my favorite comic books for the year, my favorite comic book artists, and
I'm
series,
looking forward to that.
etc., etc. We're gonna do a top 10. So okay, so that's it. That's all we pretty much have to cover. So I want to say thank you to you all for joining us. This has been Mike the Watcher's Eye. You can find him on YouTube as well.
And I'll see you guys sometime in 2020.
Happy holidays to you all. Stay safe. Peace, love, and hair grease.